I'm Matt Skinner. I'm the wine operations manager for 15 restaurants in London, Cornwall, Amsterdam and Melbourne. I'm also the author of a handful of books. Thirsty Work was my first, and I published an annual wine guide called The Juice. And Juice 2007, just out now. I fell into wine by accident about 13 years ago and just fell in love with it. It was a means to an end 13 years ago. I just needed a paycheck at the end of every week. I was having a year off after school. And fortunately, I had a boss who kind of took it upon himself to open a few bottles for me and sort of show me that there was more to wine than just red and white. And I became pretty quickly sort of intrigued and then fascinated and addicted, and still feeling exactly that same way about wine. And I love it. I live it and breathe it. Today I'm going to give you my top 5 wines from the Juice 2007. First wine is from a chapter in the book called Skint, which is a pretty popular chapter, and it covers the 25 wines for as little money as possible. And it's a Chilean producer called Donna Dominga. Great variety is Carmenere, which is sort of translates into a big, soft, rich, full-bodied, fruity red. Perfect with a bit of steak, perfect with a bit of lamb. Great if you just want a glass of big red in front of the telly. Second wine's from a producer called Jacobs Creek, who everyone knows. They were the big company that built Australia's reputation about a decade or so ago. Great variety is Riesling, and it's Jacobs Creek Reserve Riesling. You can pick it up for about $7.99, perfect with Thai food, Chinese food, Vietnamese food. If you know you like crisp, fruity, dry white wines, then this is one for you to check out. Third wine's from a Spanish producer called Telmo Rodriguez, and he's kind of one of the hottest young winemakers in Spain right now. The wine's called LZ. It's from Rioja, which we all know, but it's a really approachable Rioja. Doesn't see any oak. It's designed to drink now, not too heavy, perfect with sausages and mash Thursday night in front of the telly. My fourth wine comes from Italy. It's an Italian producer called Tenuta San Guido, and they make a wine called Sassicaia, which I collect each year. Most recently, I got a chance to serve it to one of my all-time heroes, Jimmy Page, in the restaurant here at 15. It was one of those magic moments. My voice broke like I was 12 again when I handed him the wine list, and fortunately, you know, he chose my favourite wine, which was great. I got him to actually sign a bottle for me on the way out, which was even better. But as he was signing it, it was terrible. I handed him the bottle and he said, "Who for?" And I said, "Oh, to Matt." And he goes, "No worries." And he writes, "To Max." And I was like, "Oh, no." And I said, "It's actually Matt." And he went, "Oh." And he made the sort of the X a T. And I was like, "It's double T." And he goes, "Oh, we'll get this right eventually." Oh, it's heartbreaking. It's great though, it's my favourite bottle. My fifth and final favourite wine's from Burgundy in France, which is my favourite wine producing region on earth. One of my favourite producers is Domaine Loire. Now La Lubez Loire is 100% biodynamic. She works in line with the lunar cycle. Her wines are incredibly difficult to get. You almost have to swap vital organs to get your hands on them, but it's worth doing. If you get the chance, go for it.